Good morning, students. Today we are going to discussing about dependence of a rate on concentration. So already yesterday we completed that factors influencing rate of reaction. So what are the major factors affecting that rate of reaction means? There are three factors majorly affecting there. First one is temperature. Second one is concentration. Third one is catalyst. Already we are discussed yesterday these points. If temperature is rising means the rate of reaction also what happen increasing is takes place. Same as well as the concentration of reactants is higher means the rate of reaction also what happen more will be present. During the chemical reaction, any one of the catalysts you are using means high yield product you are able to get. So that means these are the major three factors majorly influencing the rate of reaction. Temperature will be using, concentration will be influencing, next one catalyst. So these three factors majorly influencing the rate of reaction. So now coming to see that dependence of rate on concentration. Dependence of a rate on concentration. So already we know that rate of reaction is always what happened directly proportional to concentration of reactants. So that means rate of reaction always where it is depending means concentration of reactants only it is depending is takes place. So therefore always the concentration of reactants and concentration of product always how we are expressing means we have to enclose in a square bracket. So square bracket what is representing means concentration term. So concentration of reactant as well as concentration of product always you have to represent it by using a square bracket. So square bracket represent concentration terms. So now coming to see that what is mean by here rate law. Rate law means what you are defining there. The representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants. The representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of reactants is known as a rate law. You can say that rate law you can define, or you can say that, or rate equation you can say that, or rate expression like that you are going to representing there. So that means rate of reaction is always depends on concentration of the reactants as well as product. So now coming to see that rate expression and a rate constant. What is mean by here rate expression, how we are going to expressing, and what is mean by a rate constant. So now let us see that. If you are taking here small a mole of capital A combining with small b mole of capital B to gives rise small c mole of capital C plus small d mole of capital D is forming there. So this is general equation you are taken, right? How many moles is there in this equation means small a, small b and small c and small d is called number of moles of concentrations of A, B, C and D. Right. So this is what you are saying, one equation you are taken. So this equation how we are going to expressing that rate equation and rate constant how we are going to expressing means therefore rate of reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactant concentration only depending there. So therefore rate is directly proportional to concentration of concentration of capital A power small a into concentration of capital B power small b. So that means each coefficient term of reactant where you are going to expressing means at the exponential powers only we are going to representing there. Am I understood? Able to understanding what I am speaking? So that means the concentration of each coefficient, that means concentration of each reactant coefficient will be rising to their exponential powers. Therefore, how we are writing? Therefore, rate is directly proportional to concentration of capital A power small a into concentration of capital B power small b. Now this proportionality symbol, how can you replacing means by using some constant. Therefore, rate is equal to K into concentration of capital A power small a into concentration of capital B power small b. Here K is nothing but what you call means a proportionality constant. Proportionality constant or you call as rate constant. Rate constant and so on called as. Right? So that proportionality symbol how we are removing me by using some constant. So K is called as rate constant. So by using this expression we are going to defining that rate law you are going to defining there. Therefore, rate is equal to how we are writing? Therefore, rate is equal to K into concentration of capital A power small a into concentration of capital B power small b. Therefore, rate law means how we are going to defining. Rate law is how we are going to defining means the molar concentrations of reactant with each term is raised to some power which may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficient of the reacting species in a balanced chemical equation. So that means initially what you have taken one balanced chemical equation, you have taken stoichiometric equation. In the stoichiometric equation, the number of moles of reacting species, each coefficient term will be rising to their exponential powers. That means here capital A power small a and capital B power small b. So small a and small b what you call means coefficient terms. Coefficients of capital A and capital B. Right. Therefore, that means each reactant coefficient always where you are going to express me exponential power we are going to expressing there. So this is called as rate expression. Rate expression. And K stands for what you call means a rate constant. Rate constant. So mostly what happened means balanced equations and all majorly especially these rate expressions you are using like this manner. Right. If you are taking general another example, for example 2 moles of nitric oxide is reactive with oxygen to give rise 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide will be forming there. So this equation how we are going to expressing for the rate? Therefore, rate is equal to K into concentration of nitric oxide. So, how much coefficient will be there? 2 is there. Therefore, the power 2 where you are writing exponential power you are going to expressing there. So, NO power 2 into concentration of O2 power 1. O2 power 1. We are going to expressing like that. So that means the coefficient term will be always where you are rising mean concentration of a reactant. Concentration of reactant power always what will be there mean coefficient term will be rising is takes place. So this is what is a rate expression. Rate expression for that equation. Right. Next one, see that. Therefore, overall what is saying, therefore rate is equal to K into concentration of nitric oxide NO power 2 into concentration of oxygen. Therefore, this and all how we are going to write by using a theoretical manner. So theoretical expression and all how we are writing like this manner you are going to denoting there. So they taken here some of the equations while applying here experimental values. Experimental values they are applying, just see that. For example, if you are taken here chloroform CHCl3. CHCl3 is reactive with chlorine gas to form CCl4 is forming plus HCl will be forming there. So this equation generally how we are writing means by using a theoretical manner means therefore rate is equal to K into concentration of chloroform CHCl3 into concentration of chlorine you are expressing there. If you are calculating in terms of your experimental means the chlorine order concentration what happen, it will become here half will be presenting there, 1/2 power will be rising there. So that means experimental values and here theoretical calculated values and what happen means it will not be the same. So if you are taken here balanced equation on a rate of reaction and what happen, it may be differing is takes place. It will not be the same. Right. Same like ester, if your hydrolysis means what will happen? For example, CH3 COO C2H5 ester is on hydrolysis, H2O you are passing there. So what will happen? Acetic acid is forming, CH3COOH is forming plus ethanol is forming there. Ethanol is forming. So therefore the concept how we are going to express in this rate expression mean therefore rate is equal to K into concentration of ester power 1 and the concentration of H2 power 0 will be presenting there. So that means experimental values and here calculated values and all what happen means theoretical values and all what happen means the rate expression will be differ. Rate expression will be differing is takes place. Now let us see that. So let us see this point. The rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted by merely looking at the balanced chemical equation. That means theoretically but must be determined experimentally. So that means what you are going to saying about this sentence means rate law is always what happen means rate law or rate of any reaction cannot be predicted by merely looking at the balanced chemical equation. While seeing that balanced equation, rate law you cannot able to expressing easily while seeing that balanced equation. So balanced equations and all while seeing you cannot expressing that rate law. So how we are expressing that rate law means while seeing that experimental values, experimentally determining only you can expressing that rate of reaction. We cannot seeing that balanced equation and predicting that rate of reaction. So next one, see that order of reaction. What is mean by order? For example, if you are taken here simple order. For example, if you are taken that nitrogen is reactive with 3 moles of hydrogen to gives rise 2 moles of NH3 will be forming there. So what is the order of for this reaction? Therefore, how we are writing that rate? Therefore, rate is equal to K into concentration of N2 into concentration of H2 power 3. Concentration of H2 power 3. So therefore, how we are writing this order? Order is nothing but exponential powers. The sum of the exponential powers of all the reacting species, it will give here order of reaction. Therefore, exponential powers, how much values will be there here? Nitrogen is concentration is 1 power will be there, and hydrogen concentration power, how much will be there? 3 will be there. Therefore, order of reaction, order is equal to, how you writing means 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3. Therefore, order is what you are saying? 4. Order what you are saying? 4. Right? So that means how we are going to defining that order of reaction means, just see that the sum of powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression is called order of the chemical reaction. So that means reactant concentration, how many coefficient terms are there? For example, A power x is there and B power y is there, right? Here x and y, what you are saying means the coefficients of A and coefficient of B. So the sum of the exponential powers of concentration of all the reactants, that means A and B concentration exponential values and a sum, it will gives the total order of the reaction. That means x plus y is nothing but what is saying? Order of reaction. So generally order of reaction can be, how many values will be present? Either 0 will be present, or 1 will be present, or 2 will be present, or 3 will be present, or even a fraction also present in their value. Even fraction values also present in there. That means maximum how many order of reactions values are existing means 0, first, second, third, or sometimes fraction also even it is possible. So what is mean by here? Zero order reaction. So here 0 stands for zero order, first order, second order, third order, like that you are pronouncing there, right? Order value 0 means that is zero order. Order value 1 you are getting means that is first order. Order value 2 you are getting means second order. Number 3 you are getting means third order, like that you are calling there. Therefore, what is mean by a zero order reaction? Zero order reaction means the rate of reaction is independent of the concentration of reactant. That means rate of reaction is independent of the concentration of a reactant. Concentration of reactant, what happen? Rate equation will be independent. It does not depending on the concentration of reactants. So that reactions are called in a zero order reactions. Zero order reactions. So this is simply hard to keep in mind. Independent of the concentration of the reactants. Independent of the zero concentration of reactants is called zero order reaction. Let us see that one equation is given here. Just overall you are going to calculate your order of reaction. Rate is given, therefore rate is equal to, first one what they given? Rate is equal to K into concentration of A power 1 by 2 into concentration of B power 3 by 2 is given. So now we are going to calculating your order. What is the order for that equation? Therefore, the sum of the exponential powers of these two components you are adding there. That means 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 you are adding there. So therefore, what is the value means here? Totally 2 you are getting there. So value 2 you are getting mean that is called second order reaction. Second order reaction. If you are taking here another example, just see that. Therefore, concentration of A power 3 by 2 and a concentration of B power minus 1 is there. Therefore, the sum of the two exponential values you are adding there. Therefore, 3 by 2 minus 1. Therefore, what is the value means here? 1 by 2 you are getting there. So, this is what is a half order reaction. Half order reaction. Half order reaction, like that you are calling there. Right? So that means order of reaction is nothing but what you are saying means the sum of powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression. So that means exponential powers, what are the values will be present? Either 1, 2 component or 3 component or 4 component and so on like that. So the sum of the exponential concentration of reactants is called order of reaction. So tomorrow we are going to seeing that what are the types of reactions are there, what is mean by here elementary reaction, what is mean by here complex reaction, and the differences what will be there, that and all tomorrow class we are going to studying there, right? So thank you very much.